season at his alma mater, Isidore Newman School, where he played not too long ago. I don't know, I seem to remember about 2 decades ago or so. Doesn't look any older, does he? He guided the Greenies to the Division III state semifinals in 2014, thanks to a certain quarterback, and has won 78 games while losing 32 in just 10 seasons. The Greenies are 4-2 currently this season, and they will host Unbeaten Country Day Friday at 7 p.m. at Lupin Field in a key District 12 2A contest. Please give a warm Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club welcome to Coach Nelson Stewart of the Newman Greenies. Nelson.
First off, really is an honor to be here. I want to thank Ken Trahan for inviting me, and I really believe in something that quote I got from Archie Manning, that nobody does more for prep football than Ken Trahan and Ed Daniels. Their passion for it each and every week is something that I know our kids appreciate, our community appreciates, and again, just thanks to them. Anytime I'm asked to speak anywhere, the first person I try and talk about is my mentor and really the person that built the foundation that is Newman football. That's Tony Reginelli. I just talked about 10 minutes ago. I think he's more excited for this week than I am. And he's a little over 80 now, but he's still sharp as a whip. We were able to get him out there for the Vanderbilt Catholic game. He looks great, and just, you know, he's been a real blessing to be such a good mentor to me. And again, anytime I get to talk to this, I always like to thank him. Along the same lines at Newman, we have a great headmaster in Dale Smith who really has helped us develop the culture we have in our locker room and on the field, gives us the resources necessary to build the program I think we have, and also to do all the things we're able to do on Friday nights. You know, I think that ironically, the man next to me, Herb Tyler, as Ken alluded to, being able to coach his son the past 4 years, I obviously miss him a lot. I think that there's something that's important there that really kind of embodies a lot about Newman School. At Newman School, we don't recruit. Our recruiting is done in the admissions office and and in the classroom. Jay Tyler's a perfect example of that. In his career, he was 3 times All-State. He amassed 8,500 yards, 127 touchdowns. He held essentially every offensive record that we had. And he also was a 2-time captain, joining only Peyton Manning as the only person to do that. His biggest accomplishment is he's the first football player in the history of our program to play at Stanford. He was a 4.1 GPA student, and he's as likely to play on Sundays as he is go on to, you know, greater things in life, be the CEO of a company, or really whatever he wants to do. And that's really, again, what to me Newman's all about. Our other 2 captains, Kendall Bussey, who went to play at Texas A&M. While he had a fantastic prep career, did a number of things, he also amassed the highest entry exam for a Texas A&M football player on the Texas exam they give him. And that was something when they called, they didn't talk about what he did on the field, but just, you know, how intelligent he was, you know, and his score in that. And then the 3rd captain, Drew Druyer, another All-State player, received the Moorhead Scholarship, another 4.1 student to attend the University of North Carolina. At our school, we embrace that. We really believe that there's a reason student comes first in student athlete. You know, when you get a chance to coach kids like that, you're going to become a better coach, and you just want to help them become better people. So I think that, you know, looking at Jay and Kendall and Drew running the semifinals, it wasn't just getting to that point, it was the way they did it. And I just couldn't be more proud of them, not just their careers, but where they are today. And that really leads us to our team this year. Obviously, last year, we lost 4 All-State football players, arguably one of the greatest teams we've ever had. But again, we try and do it the right way and cultivate good culture in the locker room. We want to build at the ground level, and we've been very fortunate we've been able to do that and have some success this year. We even started at the lowest level, where our 7th, 8th grade team went undefeated, the number 1 ranked team going into their playoffs in the league that they're in. And also our junior varsity that's also 5-0, who beat Riverside and St. Charles the past 2 weeks. And I think that's really where we start with what we're doing. This year, we're able to come out the gate 4-0. It was a really strong start for us. Beating Vanderbilt Catholic, a number of other schools, and some of those who were fortunate to get up a little bit early and get our young guys some work, which I think is really important in those situations. And we're able to get even some halves for them. I think that obviously helped us at the JV level as well. These past 2 weeks, as I said, we ran the gauntlet. When you go back to back with Riverside and St. Charles Catholic, biggest thing is it's going to make you better. We came out a tougher team. I think we're obviously healthy, and I think we're a more seasoned football team just by playing those opponents. We feel very confident in where we are and our level of focus, and at least what I've seen this week. Leading up to Country Day, that's a big football game for us. It's been 22 years. So I was actually a junior in high school, and old number 18 was a senior quarterback. That's how long it's been since we've even played Country Day. There's a lot of excitement in the community, and for good reason. They're a great football team. They're 7-0. They're ranked in the state. Tremendous athletes. Joe Shango's done a great job energizing that program, and we've got our work cut out for us. And we're just going to follow the process, focus on what goes on the field, and hope for a good contest on Friday night. We have a number of good players this year I'd like a quick chance to talk about, starting with Jack Miller. He's our middle linebacker, again, a great student athlete. It's important to us. He's a 4-1 student. He's also our career leader in tackles. He already has 71 on the year. That puts him over 400 on his career. The previous record was 325, along with 5 CBLs. He has a career record in that. 2 sacks, and he's 2 away from the career record in sacks. He's played every snap of his varsity career. Never played JV. Looks like he may attend Vanderbilt next year. And again, when the student comes first, student athlete, he's just a tremendous high school football player. Elbert Thomas, who was Jay Tyler's #1 target last year, is off to an outstanding start. He has 636 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns, very good numbers. He's just a very humble young man, captain along with Jack, that just does things the right way. He's starting to receive some interest from Southern, Southeastern, and I think that many more will come. But again, he just does it the right way. He's been a big play threat for us. Matthew Ryan, that's big coach Rob Ryan's son. He's big. He's about 6'3", 320 pounds. But moving him to center has been one of the best things that we've ever done. He's been outstanding. He's getting better every week. He actually is starting to be heavily recruited. Went to Southeastern this weekend, who's offered him. He also went to Mississippi State. And much like Herb Tyler, he's such a good kid because of the way his father approaches things. My office is open just to talk about his son, just like with Herb, and we don't talk X's and O's. We just talk about trying to make him a better man and do things the right way. I'm very proud of Matthew, how far he's come. I think he has a chance to have a great college career, and with it being the first time he's played center, the results have been pretty outstanding. Our quarterback, Miles LePere, who got some value time last year when Jay got injured and moved out to slot. So far, he's thrown for 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, at about 70% completion percentage. He runs very well. He's a good leader. And again, I'm just been very proud of him so far, how he's handled adversity. He's played very well the last 2 weeks and really thrown in the fire with some heavy rush against him. And again, our other captain, Alex Abramson, who's just a tremendous student athlete like Jack, baseball, football kid, does everything he's supposed to do. So, second leader in tackles with about 50 on the year. He actually leads us in CBLs, and just another kid, good student athlete, does things the right way. May attend W&L next year, looking at a few schools possibly to play baseball. And I think for me, overall, I just want to continue to just coach this hungry, humble group. We want to just develop young men of the highest integrity who do it the right way in the classroom and on the field. I'm very blessed to coach at a place like Newman. We want to continue to do things the right way, but again, as long as we get outstanding parents like Herb Tyler that entrust their sons to myself and our staff, I think we can be successful in it. So again, I really appreciate Ken giving me the opportunity. I always ask before I wrap up, is anyone has any questions?
Raise your hand, we'll get the microphone to you. Questions? Over here.
Give us an update on what Jay Tyler's doing at Stanford, and who's Kendall Bussett. He's in Nebraska.
He's Texas A&M.
Okay.
Well,
just give a quick update.
Yeah, sure. Well, first off, when with Jay, and I know Herb can attest this more. He actually was their emergency quarterback a few weeks ago because he's done such a good job on scout team running their offense. He's done outstanding. He's traveled every game. He's a possible red shirt, but I think he's a little further along maybe than they thought he would be. He's never really played slot. He played about 6 games last year. He's a returner. He's a wide receiver slot. I think if he follows the path he's on, he has a chance to start next year. I think that his father and I agree. that he has a good opportunity. He may play this year, but it looks like he may redshirt. But his transition's been outstanding. I think that what they've seen of his work ethic and what he's done, he has a real opportunity. But again, it was close. It was a few weeks ago, and he was the emergency quarterback, so we're really excited. We didn't really get that out there, but he's done very well. And as some of you may or may not know, Kendall hurt his knee at the end of last year. He had surgery, but he was coming along very, very quickly. He rose as high as second on the depth chart in preseason. And, you know, Coach Sullivan looked at it. There was some slight swelling, and it looks like they're going to give him a year. Obviously, with their tailback situation, they feel pretty good right now. So they're giving him a year, giving him probably a medical, but he's done great. He's about 200 pounds. He still runs a 4.3 40. There's just some swelling in there, so I think you'll see him next year. But, again, he's transitioned very well, and the future's bright. No, sir. They're going to medical him. He was going to. He was again, but with the swelling, they just decided they didn't want to, you know, burn a year with that knee swelling. But you know, again, he is doing very well. Anything else?
How is the kicking game at your level and in your district?
Kicking game, well, you know, obviously, you know, when you have guys like Frank Monica and Bill Stubbs, it's pretty outstanding. I mean, last week, I think St. Charles knocked in a 35-yarder, and Riverside has probably, I think, the best kicker in the state. You know, last year he was all-state returning, and you know, we got one block last week. So Coach Cordova, number 4 for St. Charles, is going to Tulane. He came off the edge. We timed it up, and they're so fast that you know, they got it just on timing alone. I think in a big game this week, that's probably going to be the deciding factor, or special teams, and that's what kept us in it a little early. We were able to pop one against St. Charles and hurt us a little against Riverside in some spots, but we think it's been pretty outstanding. I think that that's, again, a reflection of the coaching that those kids get. All right, again, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my good friends who's having a great year, and he's here, and he does it the right way. Mark Bonice, who's sitting right here. I'm very proud of the job he's doing at Brother Martin, and you know, he will continue his continued success. Again, thank you all so much. I appreciate it.